delight and a pleasure for me to bring greetings on the occasion of the Teachers' Day 2023. And I wish and greet all of our teachers, past and present, a very happy Teachers' Day. I also take this opportunity to congratulate our teacher awardees for this year, state and district, for the contributions made to the education ecosystem for building lives in our state. 5th October is celebrated as the International Teachers' Day. And in India, we celebrate the National Teachers' Day on 5th September, commemorating the birth anniversary of Dr. Radhakrishnan, who himself was a scholar, politician, and also the President of India. As we celebrate the Teachers' Day, on behalf of the Department of School Education, Government of Nagaland, we pay our respects to all the teachers who have walked the extra mile, who have contributed towards transforming the lives of the learners, and who have contributed to the development of our state. To become a teacher, mentor, guide calls for dedication, commitment, patience, and passion to help students to grow and attain their full potential. It calls for walking the extra mile, work beyond the call of duty, and facing many more responsibilities and challenges. The knowledge and wisdom gained by students translate to welfare and development of the people, the society. The growth and the development of our state and the milestones achieved thus far is due to the education and the knowledge imparted, sought by the teachers in the students who have reason to become policymakers, technocrats, and leaders of the state. All of us here present this morning are products of schools, are products of growing up under the tutelage of teachers, and we owe it to our teachers.
Teachers are those who help us think for ourselves. Respected chief guests, teachers, and friends, I am Vidya Samiksha.
I am Kekhrielhoulie Yhome.
We are from John Higher Secondary School, and today, on this auspicious day, we would like to share a brief story of the life and legacy of Dr. Radhakrishnan, a name synonymous with wisdom, leadership, and philosophical tapestry of India.
I am sure all of you know that 5th September is the birthday of Dr. S. Radhakrishnan and is celebrated as a Teacher's Day as a tribute to his unparalleled contribution of education. But do you know how and when it started?
Well, it was in 1962 when Dr. S. Radhakrishnan became the President of India. Some of his friends and students requested him to give them permission to celebrate his birthday.
As the goal of education, his legacy is not each as the first Vice President and the second President of India, but also as an academician, philosopher, and a renowned teacher. Born in Tamil Nadu to a humble Telugu family on 5th September 1888, despite being from a poor family, he never compromised with his education and received scholarships to complete his studies. His journey is a testament to the transformative power of education.
An alumni of Madras Christian College, he was also an assistant professor in that college. June 1931, King George V knighted Dr. S. Radhakrishnan for his contribution in the field of education.
After achieving brilliance in academy, he then shifted towards politics. In 1946, he was appointed as an ambassador to UNESCO. In 1952, he became the first Vice President of India, and in 1962, he was elected as the second President of independent India. This, my friends, is the story of his brilliant career.
Now, let us look at some of his contributions. Dr. S. Radhakrishnan was author of many books and was nominated 15 times for the Nobel Prize in Literature.
And you know, he was also nominated 11 times for Nobel Peace Prize.
In 1954, Dr. S. Radhakrishnan received the Bharat Ratna Award, which is the highest civilian award in India. In 1968, he was the first person to be honored with the Sahitya Academy Fellowship.
On 17 April 1975, the country lost a great teacher and philosopher, but his legacy went on. What truly set Dr. S. Radhakrishnan apart was his belief in the role of teachers. He often said teachers would be the best minds in the country. He viewed teaching not just as a profession, but as a sacred duty, a calling.
We can never forget a humble personality like Dr. Radhakrishnan, had dedicated his whole life to promote the value of education. Today, as we remember Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, let us also remember the values he stood for. Let us remember the importance of education, the nobility of teaching, and the need for intellectual bridges between different cultures and philosophies. Today, as we celebrate the great teacher Dr. Kekhrielhoulie Radhakrishnan, let us all honor and respect the teachers in our lives.
To give tribute to a great teacher like Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, we all should treat our teachers with due respect. Thank you.
Wonderful day to all of us. Thank the Almighty God for giving us not only a beautiful day but a very hot day. So I know all of you are suffering. But happy Teachers Day to all of you. Along with my colleagues, the honorable advisors, a member of Legislative Assembly. I'll mention their names: Isimil, Benny, Tenjian, and Reba, and along with them, with my competent officers, led by Madam Kevileno, Secretary, School Education SCERT, our able Thaba IAS, who is our Principal Director, our Director, Tokyo, and our SCERT Director, Madam Ale, and there we have Madam Sevose, who conducts all the results for all of you. She is the chairperson, NBCC. Next, we have Madam Temsanaro. She is in charge of our Samagra. Then somewhere there we have Madam Avelo, in charge of Deputy Director, what we call Nectar. So along with all of us, I warmly, along with the rest of Nagaland, congratulate all our teachers. 13,322 private school teachers in Nagaland and 17,106 government teachers. Happy Teachers Day to all of you. The Chanmari students, they have nicely presented about our late Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. He is close to us not only because of Teachers Day. He was the one who came and inaugurated the state of Nagaland way back in 1963. In 1924, Nagas had their first graduate. It is not even 100 years. Next year, we will celebrate the 100th anniversary of our first graduate. I think Nagas have come a very long way in terms of education. 70 years ago, I'm sorry to say this, but in some parts of Naga areas, we were still headhunting. The pillar of what we are today, we owe a lot to teachers, that I may not say. But it is education which has set us free. Only education can set us free. And for that, my salute goes to all the teachers in whichever school you are serving, wherever you are serving. The success of who we are today is all because of teachers. Many of you will remember you have some very favorite teachers, then you will have some very strict teachers, then you will have some teachers who you have in another bracket. So whatever be it, we owe to teachers, and today, as we celebrate Teachers' Day, and as our Principal Director mentioned, every day should be Teachers' Day. So, along with the rest of the country, the small part of our state also, we celebrate Teachers' Day. A lot needs to be done, a lot has been done, as I said, and for us to go forward, I think we have done a lot of things. As a developing society, India is also making a lot of strides in education. We have a new education policy in place, and along with the rest of the world, India is also becoming a leader in education sector. And if you look at Nagaland today, it calls for, we have very qualified teachers in our midst who are giving their best. We have in our midst teachers who are today not recognized. Today, teachers are the most unrecognized people. They are the most underappreciated people. And it is important for us to remind ourselves that we not only move forward, but we begin to understand the role of teachers. For a small state like Nagaland, with a population of about 22 lakh, 4 lakh of our population are in schools. 1,50,000 in private government establishments, 2,50,000 students in private establishments. Where private parties cannot intervene, government schools are there to provide the basic education. And as you all know, we are in the news for the wrong reason. We have been in the news for the wrong reason. I'm not making a comparative study between two schools, the private and the government, but a lot of failure on the part of the government also has been responsible for what we call our inability to provide the best services for our people. Today, here we are at Kohima'S celebrating Teachers' Day, but the kind of facility we get here, the kind of education students are getting here should be accessible to the most remotest part of Nagaland. We know that teachers are underappreciated. We have had to recognize their contribution to society. And we also know that teachers are giving in their best, but as I said, we are in the news for the wrong reason. We know that teachers are not slaves. We know that teachers give their best, and especially we observe that some of the private schools, 6 days in a week, Sunday is not a holiday for us, we all go to church. So 6 days they are going to school, and they don't even have time for marketing. They don't even have time for their family. So I would like to announce that an order will be issued that Saturdays will be strictly observed as holidays for all schools. Teachers, you need time for your family. Children do need time for the environment which is outside the classroom. for holistic development. We all know that today, government schools are in the news for the wrong reasons, especially lack of teachers, not having lack of science teachers. The department has done a huge exercise. We are happy to announce that 5 months ago, we do not know how many teachers are there in the government establishment, how many staffs are there in the government Department of School Education. We have come up with an extensive exercise. We are able to find out exactly how many teachers are there in Nagaland. So, we know that government schools are lagging behind in many areas, but we are also proud to say that government higher secondary schools are doing very well in different parts of Nagaland. Admissions are very tight and there is always a heavy rush. So I also want to make this announcement that admissions to government higher secondary schools to motivate our government high schools. First preferences will be given to those students coming from government high schools. A memorandum of agreement will be signed between government high schools and government higher secondary schools.
At the outset, it gives me immense pleasure to deliver the welcome address on this auspicious occasion. The day we honor our teachers. Technically every day should be Teachers' Day because the amount of work that they're doing, our teachers keep doing day in and day out is something that should never be, something that we should stop appreciating. It's something that we have to appreciate and encourage and honor every single day. 2023 Teachers' Day today for us, it's something that brings the entire department, the entire family of the Department of School Education. As you're aware, we are the second largest department next to the home department. It's an occasion for all of us to come together and honor our teachers. As we get started with this wonderful event today, I'd like to thank all our honorable advisors. My advisor, Honorable Kekhrielhoulie Yhome, is someone who, got down to business right from the moment he took over the portfolio. He's been working relentlessly, touring the state, figuring out what is the problem on the ground, and working out solutions alongside all of us. Thank you so much, sir, for everything that you've been doing, and we look forward to work under your inspired leadership. And thank you for taking time out and being a part of this auspicious occasion today, sir. And we'd also, at this occasion, like to acknowledge and thank all our honorable advisors who have been here with us today and taking time out of their packed schedules their mere presence shows how much they value our teachers and their presence here helps us honor our teachers further. So on this occasion, I would also like to acknowledge the presence of our Commission Secretary, Madam Kevileno Angami. She has been a beacon for the department. She's been someone who has been guiding the department for several years now, and her presence and leadership makes us strive to do better every single day. Thank you so much, ma'am. Teachers, the stars of today's function, like I said, every day should be Teachers' Day because the amount of work that you're like literally shaping the destiny of the world. I mean, it's not just about our state or just our nation. It's about every single person. Now, every single person here in this auditorium is here thanks to a great extent the role played by our teachers. So, one thing that we often been feeling that we don't recognize the role that our teachers play enough. If you look at someone who's been super successful and someone who's not been that very successful in life, it's all about the kind of opportunities that are presented to him or her. And in several ways, it's the teachers who help us create those opportunities. Opportunities don't just land themselves in. It's about being prepared. And no other person apart from a teacher can prepare someone enough to take those chances, tap those opportunities and make it big in their lives. So, we're very grateful that it's been a wonderful turnout today. I mean, just an indicator of the fact that how much we honor and value our teachers. And thank you all for being here today. And I can only on behalf of the department, we are overwhelmed for the extremely brilliant turnout. And we would ideally want to shake hands with every one of you and welcome you to the event, but in the interest of time, we'd like you to accept our grateful welcome for today's function. And as we begin and as we embark on the function today, we'd also request you to take a few moments. Please turn to the person next to you and shake their hand and just say thank you for being here. We're very glad that you could make it. So we'll take a few seconds and welcome each other to this morning's glorious function.
Along with the rest of the country is celebrating Teachers' Day on the 5th September 2023, and on this auspicious occasion, I extend my heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to all the teachers in the state, nation for their selfless service to the people of the state, nation. As we celebrate Teachers' Day 2023, I commend the vital role played by our teachers in imparting education and nurturing students towards making them responsible citizens, shaping the destiny of the state. Teaching is not just a profession, it is a calling. It requires dedication, patience, and a genuine love for imparting knowledge. Teachers inspire their students to dream big, ignite flames of curiosity and creativity. They empower students to overcome obstacles and challenges. Their impact goes beyond the classroom and extends to every aspect of our lives and the society. They are mentors and role models. Only a few people in our lives impact our world as much as teachers. More than ever, today we need inspired teachers, not only impart knowledge, but to instill in children moral values, ethics, integrity, values of sacrifice, tolerance, plurality, understanding, and compassion. While the government is tasked with the responsibility of establishing a robust education system for delivery of quality education in the state, the active support of all stakeholders is critical, amongst which the role of the teacher is the most significant. The teacher's attendance monitoring system is also being rolled out shortly, which will provide a robust application called SMILE. For teachers to make attendance, submit requests for leaves, and abstain approval all through their mobile phones. While taking cognizance of the need to provide a conducive environment and need to capacitate teachers to enable them to deliver according to the demands of the changing times as envisaged in the National Policy 2020, professional development of teachers and capacity building programs on pedagogy, teaching learning transaction have become regular activities in the state. The state government is committed to empowering our teachers in building their capacities and will continue to support the endeavors to create a future-ready generation. On this Teachers' Day, we also acknowledge the service rendered by teachers in the past. Because of their commitment and dedication in their profession, statesmen and leaders could be produced who charted the developmental trajectory of the state. I express my sincere gratitude to all the teachers who are selflessly rendering service for the benefit of the state. Once again, I congratulate all of you. Happy Teachers' Day.